Hey, what's up guys? It's that guy Jeremy here again, and today I'm going to be introducing you to a second Let's Play I'll be doing. I'll be dual-wielding Let's Plays, as it were. Pokemon Yellow, the Pikachu version. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is the one where you can get all 3 starter Pokemon without trading, and it starts you off with Pikachu. Now you see right there, I switched off the animation in the fights. Just makes things go a little faster and smoother. And I also turned the text scrolling up to the fastest speed. So if you guys want me to slow that down or pause more on, certain parts and everything, just tell me in the comments section below. I'm going with the classic name there, Ash, just like the TV show. And for the rival, of course I'm going to go with the TV show of Gary. Because everybody knows Gary is what his name should be. Your very own Pokemon legend's about to unfold. I love that. That's a classic game moment right there, how it shrinks him down. I like this right here too. I used to do this all the time also. Ash is playing the SNES. It always made me kind of laugh that they throw in their own product placement there. And I'm going over to the computer here. You always want to draw out this one potion right at the beginning. It's always there when you start the game, and it can be helpful. I like this right here too, that his mom's just sitting at the table. He's like, yeah, I'm leaving, and she's like, oh, all boys leave home someday. I'm obeying the television. And then you go over and you look at the television, and I guess this is a reference to that movie Stand By Me, because it says 4 boys on railroad tracks. And that's what that whole movie is. I'm not supposed to be in here yet. Oh, I'll talk to Gary. And look at the Pokeball. Now see, this is where the game is different from like Blue and Red. You go out into the grass and he says, hey wait, don't go out just like the others. But then this happens right here. And see, now there's a Pikachu that shows up. And he actually is going to catch this. And that is the Pikachu that you get. It goes along with like the story of the television show actually. Even the way you get the 3 starter Pokemon from the other games is the same as the television show. Yeah, follow the creepy old professor back to his lab. And I love that Gary on here, your rival. He's such a prick that he even, he won't call his grandfather, Professor even, or, Grandpa. He calls him Gramps. Watch this, he totally just, boom, right against the wall, pushes you out of the way. Pokemon games are some of my favorite games. I remember, when I was younger, back in, I don't know, 98, 99, playing these on, the original Game Boy, and, I had blue, and my brother had red, and my cousin had yellow, right here, he had this one, yellow, and then my other cousin had, I think it was silver, and, so I remember one time, I was trying to get all the starter Pokemon on blue, and I always used to choose Bulbasaur, and I remember I was trying to get all the starter Pokemon, my brother had given me Charizard, and then my cousin, he gave me Blastoise, and I was like, awesome, Blastoise, I've got this, and I was trying to level up some other Pokemon. So what I did was, I tried to put Blastoise in the box, in the Pokemon storage system. And, oh, look at this, I totally get owned by my rival right here. But I was trying to put some other Pokemon in my inventory and level them up. And I tried to put Blastoise away. And I was so little at the time that I actually couldn't, like, I wasn't exactly a great reader at the time. And I accidentally released him. And I sent Blastoise out into the wilderness again. And I remember I asked my cousin if he could get one for me again. Like, you know, have him go through all that work again. Just get me a Blastoise. Oh, Pikachu's pissed. And he told me, no, I'm not going through all that work just to give you it again so you can release it. Now, since I lost that battle there against, you know, my rival, if you beat your rival, it'll level you up one level automatically. But since I lost, I am going to do a little bit of random battles here just to level myself up. Both on the way to the town and back. And see, at this point, the only good move I even have is Thunder Shock. It's the only attack. I think the first time I level up, I'll get Tail Whip. And the second time, I think I get, or wait, no, not the second time. I think it's when you get to, like, level 9. You get, Thunder Wave, I think, or Lightning Wave, or something like that. And all that does is paralyzes enemies. It's not even an attack. So you don't really get any good attacks until you level up Pikachu a bit. Later on, I'll probably get Quick Attack for Pikachu, and I'll probably have Quick Attack. I might keep Thunderbolt. I'm gonna get Thunderbolt. That's what I need. I'll probably delete Thunder Shock for something else. I'm not sure what, but it doesn't exactly contend with higher attacks. So, yeah, I'll probably get rid of that eventually. I'll probably not put Flash on Pikachu just because it doesn't work for anything, and I can find my way through the caves, you know, without light. I mean, sure, I might run into a couple of random bosses, or, well, not bosses, trainers here and there. Pikachu's just like, no, no. But I should be able to get through the caves relatively easily without wasting a move on Pikachu. I remember there was something you could get back in the day where it would make it so that you could actually, instead of like taking another Pokemon like Squirtle or, you know, I don't know, Magikarp or something, you know, and a water Pokemon and teaching them Surf, there was a cheat or something that you could do where it gave you what was called Pacific Pikachu or something like that. And basically what that was it would make it so that you could ride on Pikachu like a surfboard, kind of. I don't remember if it only worked in yellow or you could do it in the other games too, but I think that it was only in yellow. Right there I got Oak's Parcel. If you think about it, this is really the only kind of like quest that you do where you like go and run an errand for someone in the entire game. Because the rest of it, it's stuff you just have to do to progress with what you're doing. Thunder Shock, one hit wonder. There we go. I think that I liked blue when I was younger just because, you know, like, my favorite color then was blue, and I was like, oh, you know, it's a Pokemon game, and it was the only one I had. But now that I've, you know, played multiple of them and seen the differences between them, I hate the newer ones with all the stupid new Pokemon. I like the originals. But of the old ones like this, I do like yellow the most, just because it lets you get all of the starters, and it lets you balance out how you want to play better. I don't have to, because like you'll see here at the beginning, you know, before I get any other Pokemon even, I'm going to have quite a hard time fighting some of the trainers and everything, because, especially once I start going through the forest after Viridian, you know, fighting all the bug catchers and everything, they all have bug and plant type Pokemon, and Pikachu's thunder attacks, you know, and electric Pokemon don't work well against ground Pokemon, and bug Pokemon and grass types. They're good against water Pokemon and fire Pokemon sometimes, but that's why I'll probably put Quick Attack on Pikachu later, so that if I get into a situation where I'm down to just Pikachu, I can just Quick Attack, or, you know, I'll probably put Slam on at some point if I get that. And I'll use that to fight if I have to, like, you know, grass Pokemon, or bug Pokemon, or other electric Pokemon even. But, oh, now I get the Pokedex. It's a good thing that it does catalog everything automatically, because if you think about it, could you imagine if they made it like, okay, now you have to weigh your Pokemon. Now how tall is it? Now you have to write up a scientific summary of what this Pokemon is, and it will be added to the Pokedex. Because, like a little science project within the game, that'd be terrible. You'll notice I'm not very efficient with my movements in this game. I take unnecessary steps. See, that says Gary's house. Say he was going to get a map from his sister. And see, I get a map right there as well. I'm not sure if you ever really need that for anything. Because I know you can, like, when you use Fly later in the game, you get it for a flying Pokemon, when you get a flying Pokemon, and you can fly from town to town. I'm not sure if you need the map to fly to other towns, but ever since I was little, I've never taken it out of my inventory. I just always leave it there right at the top of my inventory. And the way I see it, I like to try and have in my, well, I don't know if you call it inventory, but for in Pokemon terms, I like to have, in yellow here, I like to have Pikachu, and then the 3 starter Pokemon, because then you're prepared for any, like, elemental need, and then a Pokemon that can fly, which I'll probably do Aerodactyl after I get it from the old Ember, or Amber, I mean, at the Pokemon Lab. In the meantime, I might just, like, catch a Pidgey, you know, and then a random Pokemon, like, I don't know, later on after I beat the gym, the little karate gym, and I think it's Saffron, I might have, like, Hitmonlee, or, I don't know, some random Pokemon. Just something, because you want to have 6. Because if you don't have the 6, it's like, okay, you're wasting space in that you could have one there for, say you get into, like at the end, you're facing the Final Four. You're not going to go into the Final Four, or the Elite Four. You're not going to go in there and face all of them with one Pokemon in your inventory. You know, I'm not going to go in there and face all of them using just Pikachu. That'd be suicide. I think this old man right here even tells you, catch more Pokemon, it'll be easier to win. And while that may be true sometimes, you don't want to go and catch like 40 of these little level 3 Pidgeys and Rattatas and, you know, Weedles and everything. You don't want to catch 40 of those and be like, okay, I'm going to use only these, because they're all low level. You would have to level them up ridiculously first before they would even be effective. But you catch a little higher level Pokemon, and then level those up, like say level 10 or so, and then you just level that up and use that. Because I think when you get the starter Pokemon on here, I think they all start you at level 10 or 15 with them. Well, right here's the final gym that you'll do before facing the Elite Four. It's Giovanni's gym. He's the leader of Team Rocket, but you'll find that out later. Because see, he's not there right now. They say the gym doors are locked, and it kicks you over the edge. Yeah, see right there on that sign, it tells you that. Collect more Pokemon, it'll make things easier. And now I'm gonna go up through the Viridian Forest. I love the buildings in this game. I mean, in the later games, they upgrade them a little bit, you know, like... I know they split these games up into generations, like, I think this one counts as Generation 1 or 2. I know Red and Blue are Generation 1, I'm not sure if this one counts as 2. And then there's 5 generations now. And I don't like them after, like, Generation 3, because the buildings, they start to look all like... Oh, they've got a bunch of windows and ledges and such. And it makes it look kind of, you know, weirdly futuristic. And it makes it look not good. So I prefer these starter ones here, like in the first few games. Dog. My dog in the background. See, now I'm gonna get into facing all the bug catchers and bug Pokemon, and Pikachu's gonna have a little bit of trouble with this just because of the fact that, you know, lightning doesn't exactly work well against ground types and bug types and stuff, plants. That's why Pikachu, while this game does give you better fundamental Pokemon, like, you know, it gives you one of each type with the starters, the problem is, it starts you out with them all at low level, and Pikachu's not very good against a majority of the types, and so leveling up Pikachu is hard to do. And you have Pikachu for quite a while, though, before you know, any of your other Pokemon really get to a good enough level to use them on a constant basis. And so, it really kind of makes it so that this game, while easier in terms of, like, getting good Pokemon, it makes it harder in terms of, I guess it makes it harder in terms of, like, leveling up your Pokemon. And, like, actually getting started and getting into it. I could have not used that potion right there, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, I just wanted to have enough health to face any more random encounters I need to face, or, you know, like right here, this guy. I thought it was far enough over to not get seen, but I guess not. Bugcatcher wants to fight. He sent out Caterpie. See right here, I'll show you Thunder Wave. All it does is paralyzes your enemies. It doesn't cause any damage. I hate those moves like String Shot, Poison Sting, and the one I hate the most, though, is Sand Attack. You'll see Pokemon... Oh, look at this Metapod. Metapod is worthless. If you ever catch a Metapod, the only thing it's good for is throwing it into daycare in, I think it's Viridian, or one of these cities. It's only good for... Or maybe it's Cerulean, or whatever. It's only good for throwing it in the daycare and letting it evolve into a Butterfree. And then you have to level up the Butterfree. But there we go, level 9. Yeah, I think... I hate... But back to what I was saying, I hate Sand Attack, simply because it makes your accuracy fall. And when you get against a Pokemon where it's like a Pidgey or Sandshrew or Sandslash or whatever, and it's 5-10 levels ahead of you, it's going to take multiple hits to take it down. You're not going to take it down in 1 or 2 hits. And so what that basically means is it's going to be able to throw many of those sand attacks at you. And those many sand attacks are going to lower your accuracy to a point where you almost aren't going to hit almost every time. Let's see if I can catch this Metapod, just throw it in the daycare. Oh. Nope. beat it then, because if it's down to that low of health and you haven't, then you weren't able to catch it, you're not gonna catch it. Go down here, there's a potion. See, this is the only person in this whole thing that you really can't avoid them. I think, well, I'm not sure. That first guy I fought, you might not be able to avoid him either, but you can avoid all the others. There's like 5 or 6 of them in this Viridian Forest, but they're all pretty easy to beat, and most of them are avoidable. If you want to come back later and get some more experience, you can just go back through the forest. I might even end up doing that. But that all depends on how things pan out. Well, of course you stay away from grassy areas. That's just something everybody knows. If you've ever played a Pokemon game, you know you face enemies in grassy areas. Avoid the grass. Well, I'm in Viridian now. Well, actually this might be Cerulean or whatever. But I'm gonna heal my Pokemon up. I'll show you this Jigglypuff here in a second. I think it's Jigglypuff or Wigglytuff or something like that. It'll put Pikachu to sleep. It's pretty funny. Because you can see that Pikachu walks around behind you and you can like click on him to see his status, like how happy he is with you. But Jigglypuff right here sings. And you know, Jigglypuff puts people to sleep with its song. And so now I'm gonna, once it's done, turn around and Pikachu's asleep. Oh, so cute. He's just content. Well, now I'll go outside. And I'll save the game. And I suppose that'll be all for part 1. See you all in part 2.